Dirty old blues.
Dirty old blues.
There's nothing wrong with these, is
So
there?
you're going to get out of a couple of dirty old men.
So, greetings, my friends.
Chappers, I'm the captain, and greetings.
You know what you're watching, don't you?
Yeah, it's
welcome. Welcome. So, I did a little burp there. I'm sorry about that. It was my fish finger bun that I had for lunch repeating on me. 2017, another year of wonderfulness from Gibson. I don't think they did this last year. In fact, they may not have done this for the last 2 or 3 years, but they certainly have some history in doing these kind of premium limited edition versions of their Les Paul standard.
And God bless them for doing that.
Yeah, so this isn't custom shop. This is creme de la creme, top of the range. Doesn't get any better than this from the USA standard range. So, limited edition. If you look on the little cavity protector for your toggle switch, it will tell you they've made 150 of each of these. What number is yours?
Mine is 119.
Nice. And mine is 107 of 150.
But they're missing the little, there's a little bit of plastic that's supposed to go on here. They're missing that.
That's not on any of the 2017 models, is it? It's a little bit like a hybrid cross between a Les Paul Custom and a Les Paul Standard. You're kind of, you may have noticed, it's a double bound guitar, so bound front and back. It has now a AAA flame back, cool, with a quadruple flame in my instance, and a quadruple A flame, and in Rob's instance, quadruple A quilt.
Ripply quilty.
So yeah, the only real difference between the two, other than the obvious colour, is that Rob's is quilted maple, mine is flame maple.
First thing I said to Lee when he came upstairs, and I was already having a little noodle on this.
Welcome to my boudoir. You can have a good time.
So I'm always French when I talk about my bedroom as well, which is for some reason wonderfully good. I started calling Fender Fonder.
Fonder. Gibson.
Gibson Fonder. Je suis désolé. The first thing I said to Lee was, you know what, it plays like a PRS. And then I said, should I say that? Is that a bad thing? And he went, no, say it. It's a good thing. I mean, it looks like a Gibson.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Gibson, but it has a kind of modern PRS-y feel.
I think those two companies are slightly obsessed with each other, and they shouldn't be. I think PRS should just do what PRS want to do, and Gibson should do what Gibson want to do. And as the proud owner now of both, as are you, I love them both. They both have a place in my heart for each one, for each of them being different. So look, it's completely fine to say that this reminds you of a PRS in the same way as some PRSs will remind you of a Gibson.
Yeah, I think that might just be more to do with how much flame there is evident on that.
It's a bit bling-tastic,
and mixing it with the gold hardware. And
can I just say something? It's the first time on a Gibson Les Paul Standard that I've really thought that the metallic pickup covers actually works, because you know in the standard range, all the high performance range have got the chrome pickup covers, and the standard ones have just got the regular cream pickup covers. And I've always thought that it makes the HP ones look a little bit ostentatious.
So I'm going to say that I think that looks a bit ostentatious.
Do you?
I'm not.
See, I think
I'm not at all a fan of the gold hardware on that guitar, and I think if that had regular pickup rings, it would look so much nicer, in my opinion. But I love the look of it on this finish. This, for some reason, works for me. What's your opinion, YouTube?
Yeah, tell us, because it's all entirely subjective, isn't it? And if you really don't like the pickup rings, I guess they're probably not more than about £10 a set from all parts, and you could just put regular ones back on. But look, let's flip them bad boys over. Whoop. So on my guitar, we've both got locking machine heads, but mine has the gold kind of tulip, sort of almost like trying to recreate the clues on kind of
shape.
peg. And yours has got the Grover.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's all about what genre are these aiming at. because of course in all marketing that's what you're probably doing with this kind of thing. And you look at this and you think it's almost like
It's
kind
all
of
about the bling.
Tremonti-ish kind of metally, rocky kind of stuff. And you look at that and what do you think?
You see bluesy.
Yeah.
Oh, no, do you know what? I don't necessarily see that they're going after a musical genre with these. They're going after the guy that wants the blinged out, the guy that goes to his Jaguar garage, and the guy, and you know, and when the salesman gets the brochure out and goes, "Can I interest you in any of the sort of the the extras at the end?" and he just goes, "Yes, all of them," and that's it. So you walk out
and he
with your
drives to Burger King.
yeah, and you just have everything. A lot of this guitar is very conventional. You know, it's a Les Paul scale length. It's got the traditional Les Paul neck width. It's got the traditional heel joint. It's not in any way kind of trying to be that sort of more modern high performance thing. It's got ultra modern weight relief. Do they call it ultra modern? They call it some sort of.
Well, I mean, it is.
Yes,
it is not
ultra-modern.
as heavy as Les Paul's, I felt, but it is still a weight.
Yeah,
I mean, there is.
I was surprised when I
wouldn't-
read it was
Yeah, I
ultra
wouldn't have
modern
gone. Oh,
weight
it's
relief.
really weight relieved. You know, it is weight relief, but it isn't like wow, it's going to fly away in your hand.
There's a really cool feature on the Andertons website if you've not used it before, where we've got 3 or 4 of each of these in stock, and if you go to the website and you find these pages, each one is individually photographed and weighed, so that you can sort of say, oh, I quite fancy that one because it's a little bit lighter than that one, or I like a chunkier Les Paul, so I'm going to have that one because it's a bit heavier. Or there might be certain flames that you like better, but or
There's
quilts.
Yeah, you're right. There's a Chinese saying I like
This is all going to get a bit Karate Kid on me here, isn't it?
about these, which is 很好用不好看, which means they work really, like if you close your eyes, they work so effectively. They're super smooth, grip your hand, but they don't look great. And
it reminds me.
Well, I don't
of,
like the look. I think these look like. What do they look like?
It looks like from the film Barbarella, where you had the really what was the woman, the super sexy woman in Barbarella? What was Jane Fonda, and she had these very futuristic kind of nipple protectors.
Yeah,
and that's sort of what
they
these
just
remind me
look amiss to me. And I think if they'd gone with something else, I think it would have just made it visually better.
I mean,
but then you can take them off and change them. But
so
you don't want to though.
You
don't
go
want
onto a Guitar Spares website.
Just being devil's advocate.
No, do you know what? But I want to stay on that because how many people will troll a guitar brand, not just Gibson, anybody, because they don't like the knobs, and you just end up going,
change the knobs.
it's like that.
Yeah,
you just go onto a Guitar Parts website
what
and you
baffles
just
me
change
is
the
why
knobs.
they wouldn't have normal knobs and then put strap locks on it.
Well,
that would have been a better
do you know what
idea.
these extra large?
They're not as good as strap locks.
No, but when I tried to get that Ernie Ball strap over that studio in the last video, that was not. They were not coming off once they were on.
That's a remark from a guy who, with all due respect, doesn't tour.
I don't tour. You're right.
If you were swinging that around like Peter Honore on stage with Tom Jones, give it 1 month to Tomo wiggling his hips.
Maybe
that's going to come right off that old strap, and your £3,000 Les Paul's on the floor.
Then you'd have a Tom Jones story that you could tell all your friends over and over and over again.
That's true.
Just
And
like
then Tom
Pete
would
does.
probably buy you another Les Paul to say sorry. I think they should have come with strap locks and not with the fancy knobs. But
yet again, sorry, go on. You carry on your butt.
But this is such a great playing Les Paul. I mean, my God.
I'd actually not forgotten that you have because you may even just see it over my shoulder. You can see the little poker ring. But if you've got Sexy Flame on a guitar,
there's
an argument that says, don't put the scratch plate on, don't cover it with plastic here. It doesn't look.
Oh, did you just say
like
don't put the scratch plate on?
Yeah. Yeah, I probably wouldn't put the scratch plate on. In fact, you can't put a scratch plate on this unless you want to drill it yourself.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
Someone will.
Be a shame, wouldn't it, though?
Well, I don't know. Let's just get some sounds. I think that's probably a good idea.
Go on then.
All right, then. It's bends like that where you go, that's a great guitar. It just sounds like it's giving something back. And then you do that, and then everything's just why was I even bothering mentioning these tuning things, these knobs and bits of faff that just detract from the point that it's just a fantastic playing guitar.
It's just, they are Burst Brucker Pro pickups. They haven't got any of the coil tapping and stuff that you get on the regular Les Paul standard and stuff like that. So it's a real blend of something that traditionalists will love. It's kind of like for me, it's like all the bling but with none of the tech. So it's like, rather than Gibson sort of going, I know what we'll do, we'll bling up the Les Paul standard with new features. It's almost like, no, it's all the old features, but just with bling, which is definitely going to appeal to, a lot of players out there.
Well, that's what Les Paul was all about. The old Gibsons, they were trying to get them as just beautiful as they could and add this and add that to outdo other companies. And
get a lovely case with this.
Do you?
In fact, I'm just looking on this little iPad here at the different different tops of the ones that we've got in stock, and I must admit, you must head on over to that. I'll put a link in the description below, because there are some.
You photograph every individual one, don't you?
Yeah, there are sexy beast guitars there, and then you pick. If you want to order one, you pick the one that you like.
So, and Quel Dommage? Combien?
3,300.
3,300.
Well, 3,299. So you get your bus fare home out of 3,300. 3,299.
Depending on where you live.
That's an English price, obviously, or British price.
If you can afford it, well done.
I'm just trying to think, what is it? I guess the parallels between this and PRS are inevitable, because it's about the same kind of money that like a 10 top custom 24 would be. So
if you love Gibsons and you're tempted by a PRS, probably this is the guitar for you.
I don't know. Do you know what? I'm not gonna. I don't think any guitar player's guitar appetite will be satisfied until they own both.
I was really hoping you could work in destruction into that sentence, and I would have been really happy.
It is a thing, isn't it? You just want to own. You don't need to own. Let's just get that out there. Big difference between the word need and want. But there's nothing.
Want a neck that will be forged in the fire of your will.
don't understand what you mean.
It's a quote from Enter the Dragon.
Is it?
Oh, come on, dude.
You want a neck that will be forged in the will of your dragon?
It doesn't...
In a dragon's willy? What?
No,
what did he say?
It's okay. Doesn't matter.
All I remember from that film was...
human fly.
He goes, from there, you, Mr. Handman! Or fluid like water. Or something like that. I think they were the only two quotes that I remember.
So many incredible quotes in Enter the Dragon.
Anyway,
complete.
let's just have a little noodle out, as this was a fairly short word.
All right, I'll play some guitar for you. You ready?
Do it.
You know, there's a rumour that every time Lee Anderton plays a blues lick, somewhere in the world, a Gibson guitar is sold.
There's definitely something sexual happens every time you get that. There's notes, aren't there? Not just on Les Pauls, but very regularly.
A fairy gets an erection.
Yes, that's what it is. It's the fairy erection note. Anyway, right.
I've been Chappers.
And I've been the captain.
See you later.
Bye. Oh, shot, sir.
This is Rory from the UK. Tell me about Rory.
So he edits videos. Rory's awesome.
Yeah!